Hey everyone, how to warm up a cold engine, how to drive a car with a cold engine. See how the RPMs are up? That's because it's a petrol engine. It's a bit different to a diesel engine, but they both do it, and I've got some information for you on how to look after it. I've just started the engine up about 30 minutes ago, and there's for years been a lot of talk about how to look after an engine and letting it warm up, and there's a lot of mistakes you can make. Should you or shouldn't you let it warm up, and how long, and all this sort of thing. So I'm going to give you a bit of chit chat about those. You can see what I'm doing slowly. You'll notice the revs are coming down. On my petrol engines, what I recommend is, and what I personally do, besides nice, new, clean, fresh oil, because your engine wear happens at startup, while that colder, thicker oil, and if you're using too heavy, thick oil in cold conditions, that will add to extra engine wear. I'm just yakking while the revs slowly come down. I like to let it, if possible, idle for 30 to 60 seconds, no longer than that. Couple of reasons. Obviously the combustion ain't right when everything's cold. It's going to take a fair bit of time for all the tolerances to come into check, things to warm up. Your coolant might warm up, but your oil and all the materials of the engine haven't yet. So just because your temperature gauge gets up to normal, don't think everything's warmed up and it's time to thrash it. Okay, now it's time to put it into gear and get moving. You can see when you put it into gear, the RPMs drop down. I'm just going to pop it back into neutral. So it's still running rich, it's still running on choke, and it's designed to do that. That is all normal, and it'll come down to about 700 or 800 RPM, depending what engine, what manufacturer, petrols, diesels, and all that sort of thing. The petrols do stay up a lot more. It's going to take some time to warm up. So my other reason, besides letting the engine warm up 30 to 60 seconds to let the revs come down, is also to help the transmission, because I don't like clicking into drive too harsh when the revs are up at, say, 1500. Once you get out onto the road, it's actually really good if you get out into a bit of traffic, because you can run it nice and slow and it's still warming up. But we do want to start driving the vehicle. Don't just let it sit there and idle for 5 or 10 minutes, because it won't warm up. It won't be even coming up on the coolant temperature. You need to drive it, but you need to drive it nice. Try and keep it under 1500 revs if you can, or up to 2000, and just drive it nice. Drive like you've got a packet of eggs. You've got a dozen eggs sitting up on your dashboard right at that middle balance point. Drive it like that for the first at least 5, 10, 15, whatever you can. This is going to be one of the best ways to look after your engines, driving it nice like this. So if you've got a bit of traffic, that's good. And then once you're rolling, just drive it nice like this. So you can see the speed builds up quickly. If people are in a hurry, they can go around, because we're here to look after our engine. All right, that's how to warm up an engine. Don't let it sit there idling for ages. Don't put the heater on too soon, because it'll suck the heat away from the engine. You can see the coolant's not even warmed up yet. Doesn't matter about speed, it's all about engine RPM. See, we're at the speed limit now, thereabouts, and RPMs are just cruisy, gently warming up. That's how you run in an engine forever. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.